Susan.
The White House this morning is preparing for a fight with congressional Democrats over Special Counsel Robert Mueller's final report on Russian interference in the 2016 election. It is front-page news across the country, as one would imagine. Now, a summary released by Attorney General William Barr says Mueller found no collusion between President Trump or his campaign in Russia. Democrats want to know why Mueller did not say whether the president believes the president obstructed justice. Barr's letter says there's enough evidence to prove that.
That there's not enough
evidence to prove that.
I knew what you meant. The Russia investigation lasted 22 months, producing more than 2,800 subpoenas and about 500 witness interviews. It cost more than $25 million and led to criminal charges for a number of people connected to Mr. Trump, plus 25 Russians and 3 Russian companies. Major Garrett is at the White House, where lawyers are still waiting to see the report, but the president believes that he was completely cleared, and he is saying so. Major, I hear they are celebrating at the White House today. Good morning.
Good morning. In numerous conversations yesterday with lawyers and advisors, President Trump was by turns elated at the no collusion conclusion, but still seething that this investigation was launched in the first place. The president and many close to him still regard the special counsel probe as a nasty political power play. Advisors are urging the president to turn the page and look for ways to work with Congress, even as congressional Democrats say, based on what they've seen so far, they are neither satisfied nor convinced.
It's time for America to move forward. I don't care what side of the aisle you are,
Republican lawmakers overnight declared case closed on the Russia probe and the president. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy accused Democrats of acting irresponsibly.
History will not support the idea of what they just put America through going for the last 22 months.
North Carolina's Mark Meadows tweeted, "The clock has finally struck midnight on the Russia collusion fantasy." Unburdened of the Russia investigation for the first time, the president returned to the White House late Sunday upbeat.
America is the greatest place on earth.
The special counsel concluded the investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. In a 4-page summary, Attorney General William Barr repeated some variation of that phrase 5 times. The Trump team piled on.
He didn't engage in collusion. I think now that is proven beyond any doubt.
Mueller previously charged 25 Russian nationals with attempting to influence the election. Barr's summary emphasized there was no sign the Trump campaign conspired in those efforts, quote, despite multiple offers from Russian-affiliated individuals. This knocked down the central allegation of Russian collusion that launched the probe.
To be honest, it's a shame that your president has had to go through this before I even got elected. It began.
Mueller also investigated whether the president obstructed justice during the investigation and reached a murky conclusion.
There was no obstruction and none whatsoever. And it was a complete and total exoneration.
In fact, the special counsel said, while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. Mueller left it to Barr and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein to decide the obstruction question. The 2 White House appointees decided the evidence is not sufficient to establish that the president obstructed justice.
The president has not been exonerated by the special counsel. We will ask the Attorney General to testify before the House Judiciary Committee.
Democrats like Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler seized on those uncertainties.
We're going to move forward with our investigations.
The president's legal team has had many different players, but one consistent strategy: cooperate with the special counsel. And though the president chafed with that strategy sometimes, that strategy prevailed. The White House provided more than 20,000 pages of documents and interviews with more than 30 White House officials. And when Barr's summary surfaced yesterday, the legal team felt that the president and it had been vindicated. Bianna?
And worth noting that the president never had to sit down with the special counsel either. They view that as a victory as well. Major, thank you.